Leaving the footy aside for a moment, some other great sporting events coming up, and one is it's not an event so much as this is going to be an odyssey for one man. Tristan Miller joins us this morning, and he is going to be off running around the world 52 marathons in 52 weeks. One marathon a week. Now, remembering that most sports people at some stage have the crazy notion of maybe doing a marathon at some stage in their life. We remember former Collingwood Premiership captain Tony Shaw doing so and running into a tree.
Our own producer, Jay Mueller, is off to run a marathon. Yeah,
but Tony Shaw ran into a tree and collapsed, and that was the end of him. And some of his comments since would suggest that maybe he didn't quite ever recover from it. But Tristan, good morning and welcome to the Hot Breakfast.
G'day, Eddie.
Get in a bit close to that microphone there, Tristan. Big loud voice, pal.
So when we say marathon, you're not sitting in front of a TV watching a movie marathon of Chuck Norris films.
Not a movie. Which would be pretty good, actually.
It would be good, yeah. So just tell us, where are you kicking it off?
Yeah, the first one's actually in Zurich on New Year's Eve. Stroke of midnight, fireworks go off, gun goes off, everyone starts running. You can imagine it'd be pretty cold.
Yeah, very cold.
Yeah.
Tristan, it almost sounds blasé when you say it, 52 marathon a week, and we sort of just say that in a 5-second sentence. But I'm reading sports scientist here, Dan Dwyer, saying that you're heading into the unknown. You're facing challenges from stress fractures to chronic dehydration. The real risk, he's saying, if you keep trying to push on, it could be long-term damage to your joints and your bones and a chronically suppressed immune system. So he's really given you a great bill of health, hasn't he, going into this?
Yeah, look, there's certainly a few doubters out there, and don't get me wrong, I'm not blasé about it myself. We're doing a lot of flying. We're going to a lot of different countries, a lot of different atmospheres, altitude, that sort of stuff. So it's going to be very difficult.
Why?
But,
Why?
I just think it's just be an amazing experience to travel around the world for one thing and see all these cool places.
You can just buy an airline ticket and do that. Get on the grog, go to backpackers, Kentucky tours.
and it's a done thing by many people, but I just think what I love is that, when you see your own city come alive when they do a marathon, everyone gets so pumped, everyone's a champion for one day, and I just want to see that as well. So I want to see that in every city.
Beautiful. And for the uninitiated at home, how many kilometres are we looking at? It's like 45, 44 kilometres?
42.1.
42, okay. But you're going to train about that much as well to make sure you're fit for the next race while you're travelling?
Yeah, I'll do a couple of 20k runs during the week and then just crank out the one on the weekend.
So what is your rehab week? So you run presumably on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You're going to have to travel, and fly, which is no good when you're going through rehabilitation. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to have a day off, obviously, just after the run, and then we're going to have to fly somewhere, and then I get 4 or 5 days leading up to the next race where I just do a few. I acclimatise, do a few runs, and then get going.
And is this just for you, Tristan, or are you doing for a charity? Or
look, I've got UNICEF on board, and if you go to our website runlikecrazy.com.au, you can see that we're linked to an Everyday Hero account, so I can put some money into UNICEF. But, but more than anything, I just want to have a crack at it.
Good stuff.
Is there one in particular? People talk about the New York Marathon as being the runner's dream. Is there one of the 52 that stands out?
Well, there's the big 5 there that I want to do, but I really want to run across the Great Wall of China. What an amazing thing to do, and go to Rwanda and run a marathon. I mean, it's going to be a bit scary running against Africans, but it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty experienced.
They'll run twice by the time you finish.
The other thing that people should know if they're getting on board to actually support the charitable aspect is that you've actually sold your house in order to be able to afford to do this for a year. That's how passionate you are about it.
That's right.
So basically this is a man who's putting his money where his mouth is, just not just your sneaks.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I just didn't want to, there was talk about maybe getting a couple of sponsors and that sort of stuff, but honestly, I just didn't want to have to wait for the sponsorship money to be able to go. Next year's the year I'm going to go, so I'm just going to pay for it and go.
Good on you. You can go to runlikecrazy.com.au. Tristan, where are you from in Melbourne?
I'm from Balaclava.
Balaclava boy. Good stuff, mate.
Local fella.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I was working for Google, but then they shut my office down here. So I got made redundandant, and so...
Victim of the economic crisis.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, go through 9MSN and get their search engine. Go to runlikecrazy.com.au.
Well, you weren't feeling very lucky that day, were you?
No. But I'm trying to turn a bad story into a good one.
Good on you, Tristan. Good luck with it, mate. 52 marathons in 52 weeks, and I hope that we get a big Melbourne marathon for you to run in one time when you come back to Melbourne.
I really hope so too.
Good on you, mate. It's just like the Queen, who travels the world, and she thinks the world smells like fresh paint because everywhere she goes it's just been painted freshly. Tristan will think the world just smells like sweat.
Triple M Melbourne.